Good afternoon. It is July 14th, 2025, and today started right here, July 14th. You can see we gapped down and we kind of just went sideways, and I'll go into more on that, but we just went sideways, um, and then we reversed and we formed this spike and channel. So we formed this spike and channel, and this channel was kind of like contracting is the way I saw it. This level of resistance was a little flatter than this level of support. So let me just talk about why we gapped down to this area. We had this big move on Friday. I'll move this out of the way. This big sell-off on Friday before the market really just kind of went sideways. Or actually, it looks like this big move was Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon. Excuse me, Thursday afternoon, and then Friday we kind of just went sideways. So I was looking at that and I was like, well, there's probably you can see on the 6,500 tick chart these huge bear bars stand out. There aren't any bars of that size, within 200 bars or more when you look to the left. So it's reasonable to expect a measured move of some sort. And so, what chart was I looking at? 2700. And so, if you draw a box around that and then you copy and paste it, that's all we did here is the highs from Friday. We gapped down and hit a measured move, and that's all that happened. So I just wanted to explain that real quick. And I also wanted to look at this a little more on a different chart. Let me pause the video and find it. So here on the 1300 tick chart, after we gapped down, we kind of had some sideways stuff. And so I drew a box around the sideways stuff, and we hit a measured move to the low side. So that explains why we bounced, where we bounced. I also want to talk about something here is you see we gapped down, we pulled back to the EMA, couldn't quite touch the EMA here, sold off a little bit more, pulled back, again couldn't really touch the EMA. Clearly there's a level of support here. We bounced, we get closer to the EMA. All this is happening in a triangle. You can see, so we're in breakout mode here. And so when you get these lower highs and then you get this lower high that finally touches, all of this is below the EMA. So you should be thinking short if you're going to get in, because we aren't forming any prices above the EMA. So when you get this lower high, big nice bear reversal bar, I think it's reasonable to take that, even though it's the middle of the night. But I'm just talking about the price action. So anyway, back to the 2700 tick chart. So 5 o'clock comes in and prices have reversed up and they're looking to fill this gap. So in my opinion, if you have confidence of what's going on, I think you need to buy near the EMA. So if you're in here early enough, buy here. If not, I think you got to buy here near the EMA. Because I was feeling pretty confident that the bulls were going to fill this gap. And you can see, boom, we fill the gap and prices go sideways. And you get a double test right there. Plenty of room back to the EMA. I get why some people would take that. I also get why people would take this right here off the EMA, maybe a limit order, because we haven't touched the EMA in several bars, probably 20 plus bars. Just for a nice little scalp, maybe to the top of this. This is clearly a bear channel. Let me make this bigger. Sorry about that. Either of those seems solid enough for a scalp. And then you come down here, we bounce, and you get this biclimax, and now it looks to me like a range. So you get this lower high, but we're just kind of chopping around in the range. This big bull bar here, it's just in the middle of the range, so I think unfortunately you have to sit out. And you can see we get a breakout, and the breakout fails. Can you take this one? I think you can take this one. This bar looks like a bull trap just uh, because because of the follow through, really. You have a huge bull body here, then you have small bull body, and then you have a bull doji. So, I think this is a reasonable area to go short. And then clearly we form a level of support, get confirmation right there, and we bounce again off that level of support, and we form this green channel as well. I don't think you want to take this inside bar right here unless you're entering on a limit order. Same thing here, no stop orders here, maybe just limit orders. Goes higher. Get a second entry long right there after the break of this channel, but this looks to me like you're still in a bear channel. So one leg, two legs down. We bounce. You get a higher low right there, but it's a bear body. Not crazy about it. It's just a doji. And we go higher here, and then we just go sideways. And then you get this bear channel. Let's say it's like that. Overshoot, boom. And that really takes you into the end of the day. So here's a look at the day. Not much else to say about that. Let's look at the daily chart. So yeah, we're in this range. That's another thing is I was really, when we got down yesterday and it looked like a level of support, I was trying to really be aggressive buying here. But I mean, you're trading in the overnight hours. It's slow, and you gotta have a different strategy than when you're trading during the day. So we'll see what we do in the coming days if we can break out of this range. But one, we'll look at the weekly chart, start the week off bullish, and the monthly chart got a nice bull body going on. So I hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.